I come from a village on New Hanover in the New Island province, Papua New Guinea. I come from a family of 10. I am the eldest. I joined the public service as a graduate clerk, right from the bottom. It took quite a while for me to get to the level of assistant secretary, from a senior planner to first assistant secretary, from assistant secretary to first assistant secretary, deputy. It wasn't long, but the periods before that, it really took quite a while to be moving up. I suppose also it was on my part, whereby perhaps sometimes I didn't feel I was not yet ready. But after some training and some exposure to situations, I was able to have that confidence to be in the position of assistant secretary and to first assistant secretary, deputy secretary, and then acting secretary. As deputy secretary, I was responsible for policy. And not only that, I found myself managing the department, managing things whereby the secretary couldn't do because he has to work upwards, while I manage the offices within the department that were under my responsibility. I recall one particular event whereby when at assistant secretary level to law, justice and administration, I had a challenge there where somebody was in that position, a male, was sort of a challenge to me, but he never spoke to me directly. He sort of was speaking to my subordinates, and the type of comments such as, "Oh, do you think a woman could run this branch?" And then my colleague would turn around and say, "What do you mean? We don't need to have guns and whatever to run the division. A woman is quite capable of doing this." In a way, I really am grateful that I became a public servant, because I believe I have had a colorful experience and I've enjoyed my career in the public service. I do not have any regret because of the achievements, and also because of it made me to be who I am today. Management in general is something both men and women can manage, but for women, maybe because of, I cannot speak for others, but I can speak for myself. I had to strive also to acquire certain skills, to be able to supervise, to be able to manage, to be able to delegate, to be able to obtain positive response, and it's just being personal about your management, not being any special, but just being yourself. Being a working woman, I suppose it's different from just being a home manager, in that I have to be able to manage my work, the official duty, and manage the home. It meant waking up much earlier on and doing the things for the home, and also meaning time was really quite critical, but it didn't hold me back. I had an understanding husband who was able to manage the home and bring up the children, taking them to school. And so I had that supported there. I owe a lot to my mom, who's now deceased, and my late husband also, for the support they gave to me. I don't think I would have been anybody, anything, without those sort of support and those sort of values that were given to me in life. Of course, we face challenges, but it's not the end. It's probably just temporary, but the experience, learning through those painful experience, makes you feel you have lived, or you are a real human being, or you feel whole.